All right, so I'm going to take you through my infographic and kind of answer those reflection questions that you've been given, um, and just take you through my thought process. I think that might help you a little bit. So, the place that I wanted to find was San Antonio, and I wanted to find it through the puffy taco, a food that San Antonio is known for its Tex-Mex, but one of the foods that we think pretty sure originated here was the puffy taco, whereas other forms of Tex-Mex might have originated in other parts of the state or maybe even in Mexico, right? But this one is uniquely San Antonio, so that's why I chose the puffy taco. Um, and right here, my design scheme, this kind of teal and this hot pink, to me, we're trying to be like Fiesta colors and also Spurs colors. So I thought that was a nice way to kind of play on the culture and identity of the city by adding those color elements. Um, so that's what I'm gonna do: the puffy taco, and then the city, and then my purpose was I had a couple of purposes. So obviously, we have to define um, a place through some aspect of the culture, right? And I chose food. So I'm making an argument for sure that we can define San Antonio through that. But I also wanted to give you some compare and contrast on two places that I've had a ton of coffee tacos on in my life, and I want to compare and contrast those. So that was another purpose. And then I wanted to give you um, some a recipe as well. So that you might want to make this yourself, right? If you're interested in that, just kind of take this to the next level, and then some history. So, like I said earlier, that this is something uniquely San Antonio, and I wanted to kind of put that on display and give you some background behind that. Okay, how it was organized. So first we start with the history because I wanted to give you some context about the Puffy Taco, and then we have a compare and contrast between Henry's Puffy Tacos and Las Palapas. Henry's is one of the original Puffy Taco places. Ray's Drive-In claims to be the original, and Henry is related to Ray. I think he is the brother or the uncle of Ray. So it's all in the family there. Give you my connection that I used to eat. I used to go to these places a lot, and I'd always order a puffy taco as part of my meal. Like I said, the recipe here, and then my conclusion, like which one is better and why, and then always have to cite our sources here. I could change this order. Like I could definitely see the recipe coming towards the end and my connection and conclusion coming up. So even though I've already organized this in a way that makes sense to me, as I look at this again, I might still want to revise this a little bit and switch these two. I could see the recipe coming right before the sources as kind of just a nice bonus for people interested in this kind of cuisine. All right. And how to use graphics and the different modes purposely. So I kind of already told you, like I wanted to give a shout out to the Spurs and the San Antonio color scheme here, up here, and then over here I try to use what I felt like was sort of like a Mexican or Latin style of texture and architecture and colors with this kind of design. So that's what I was going for. It kind of just reminded me of a lot of the patterns I see in like El Mercado and places like that. This was also purposeful because this was a different color, and then the graphics try to really highlight what it's about. So the recipe, there's a cookbook there, obviously, give you a picture of the two places and the taco. So I wanted to have the graphics be sort of a minimal piece, but obviously you can go way more out, use a lot of pictures. But to me, the infographic was not only about having some pictures, but really just a way to organize my work and give a color feel that really, to me, hopefully represents San Antonio. Okay. And then the last thing I want to tell you, one of the hardest parts after the research piece, and I don't want to say it's hard, but one of the more a part that I thought was not going to be as time consuming as it was, is having the right amount of text, because I'm a writer, I'm an English teacher, I love writing, and so I wanted to just keep putting more and more and more, but these boxes kind of suggest a certain amount of text in each one. So really taking some of the research or some of the things that I wanted to say and revising it and whittling it down until it was the perfect length, or the length best to kind of still give my message and then fit into this box so it's still kind of nice and clean and doesn't look super wordy. That was a challenge. Okay. So just something to keep in mind that even if you're not a huge writer, getting everything you want to say into these little spots might be more difficult than you might see. And you're really going to just have to be really thoughtful about how much you write and what you write. Okay, so that is my infographic. I hope that helps. And there's a link to it so you can see it as well. And I hope that kind of helps you think about what you might want to do and how you might want to do it.